everybody, and welcome to Top Comics 2 Pre-Order in a Flash. I'm Andy,
I'm Matt.
and we're here with Infinity Flux Comics out of Chattanooga, Tennessee. This is our real quick show where we show you some of the best books that you can pre-order by this weekend, giving you a head start. They don't give us much time to do our ordering, so you don't miss out on any of the goodness. So definitely follow along on infinityflux.net if you can to see some of these books where you can order them right now. But let's get started.
Superior Spider-Man #1. So we got Superior Spider-Man Returns today.
Deja vu.
Yeah, right. And now we're talking about it again. So this is the ongoing. So the Superior Spider-Man Returns that came out today is a one-shot. This is a new ongoing series where Spider-Man is going to face the villain that we first met in Superior Spider-Man Returns. And while he's doing that, Doc Ock is going to make a life-changing discovery.
Oh.
Yeah.
Next up is Star Wars Visions Peach Momoko. They are actually doing some one-shot issues, much like the Star Wars Visions animated show, where a single person gets to kind of tell a original story outside of Star Wars continuity, and Peach Momoko is kicking this off with a story about a dark side servant who comes along long after the Sith Lord is dead and wants to take up the rightful heir to that
Mm,
throne. But are they? What kind of resistance will they meet? You'll have to find out. I think it sounds really cool. And if you're a fan of Peach Momoko, she is writing and drawing this
very
one.
cool. Next is Superman 78, the Metal Curtain #1 of 6. This is a new Superman 78 miniseries. You know, Superman has become a symbol of hope and strength for the United States, but the Soviet Union is working on a symbol of their own, and I believe that it is going to be featuring kryptonite in some manner.
Ooh. Next up is Transformers #2. We had to feature this. Transformers #1 was such a big hit, and it continues right here with #2. Of course, the Decepticons are now out, and they are presumably now going to take over
Yeah.
whatever they can of Earth as the Autobots have to regroup. But it also says that this issue features a surprising first Energon universe appearance. Is it going to be maybe a G.I. Joe
I think
character?
it's going to be Duke.
It might be Duke,
I
which
think
could be
that's Duke right
super.
there, I'm
Oh,
pretty
that
sure.
would be really awesome.
Yeah.
So, if you want to find out what it is, definitely pre-order Transformers #2.
Next is Batman #139. This is the start of a new story arc called Mind Bomb. The Gotham War is over, and Batman is completely isolated from his family, but he's going to have to find some way to keep going because the Joker is out there haunting the city and taunting him.
Ooh. Next up is Assassin's Creed Visionaries. Very similar to Star Wars Visions. This is a #1 of a 4-issue miniseries, and much like that Star Wars one, this each issue is going to have 2 stories in it, and it is big comic creators and pop culture icons who are telling the stories, and each one's going to feature a new assassin for the Assassin's Creed universe. And this first one is going to be by Raphael Albuquerque. So I'm very excited about this. And if you're an Assassin's Creed fan, definitely check this one out.
Next is a new series from Image called Petrol Head. This is set in a future metropolis. It's been ravaged by a climate crisis, and it's going to feature an old, grumpy, obsolete, smoke belching, cigar chomping, hot rod racing robot and a 12-year-old girl as they race across the country.
Very cool. Next up is Amazing Spider-Man #39. This is our part 1 of the new Gang War storyline that's going to be through Amazing Spider-Man for a few issues and going to have some other tie-in issues along with Spider-Woman #1 that we'll be
Mm.
talking about in a few weeks. But it sounds really cool now that there's been an attack on Tombstone, the kind of the head of the crime in New York. All the crime families are coming up to try to fill that seat, and Spider-Man is going to put together a team of heroes you see here on the cover to take down all criminals in New York in only 48 hours. So, sounds really cool. So, if you want to get on this new Spider-Man story, jump on with this one.
Next is the start of a new 5-issue miniseries called ZAWA. This is about the guardian spirit ZAWA, who is trapped inside a mountain by a bunch of pollution spewing factories. But there are 2 siblings that live in a village nearby that help her escape and learn that the way to her heart is through her stomach.
Oh, me too. Okay, the next one is Deviant or the Deviant. This is a new book by James Tynan. So sounds really interesting. It takes place it begins in 1972 Milwaukee, where a bloodstained Santa Claus commits unimaginable atrocities. Jump forward 50 years, and a troubled writer is going to be interviewing him. And it's getting close to Christmas, and some of the things start popping back up. Is it a copycat? Is this Evil Santa back on the loose? You'll have to read it to find out. But of course, it's James Tynion, so you know it's going to be full of twists and turns. And that is it for Top Comics to pre-order in a flash. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned. Coming up, we'll have our longer show, Comics from the Future, coming up on Friday, where we'll be going over some of the books we talked about here and much, much more. So thank you so much for watching, and until next time, bye.